All righty. We're getting ready to start the Gateway to Freedom Zoom. That. People are in the waiting room. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to tonight's Gateway to Freedom Sunday night stream. I'm your host, Rich Groves. If you don't know me, then now's your chance. Welcome, everybody. Appreciate you being here. This is our once every 2 weeks Zoom meetup. And I see folks on the call already, see some familiar faces, see some first timers on here as well. And appreciate everybody taking time out of their day to be here with us all today. How's it going, everybody? All right.
Great.
Good for me.
That's awesome. That's great to hear, Dwayne. Fantastic. John's out there. I see John and Michael and Coletta and Sandra, and of course, Dwayne I just mentioned. Is that John Collins?
Yes, it is.
Great. How you doing, John?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, not too bad at all. Not too bad at all. Did you get some rain?
Yeah, we got a little bit.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, welcome. Thanks for coming back. Coletta, welcome. I see you out here. Coletta, is this your first time joining us? Oh, you're muted. Sorry. All right. She might not be in a spot to be able to unmute, and that's perfectly fine. Not a problem at all. If you want to, unmute yourself, you can. Michael Lee, how are you, sir? This is your first time as well, right? I'm going to check and see if I'm muted.
Okay, I'm unmuted now. Hello,
there you
Rich.
are, Coletta. There you are. Welcome. Glad you were unmuted. Is this your first time joining us?
Yes.
Oh, fantastic. Now, where are you calling from?
Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Yes, sir.
That's awesome. That's awesome. How'd you hear about us?
You know what? I received an email in my Gmail, and I was like, you know what? I seen it, and I was like, okay, I seen it yesterday. I said, I'm going to join today.
Oh, well, great. I appreciate you being here. We do appreciate that. I've been sending emails. I don't mean to spam people, but I'm utilizing a lot of different, marketing techniques. And one of my tools that I was trying out, I thought, let me find real estate investors in the Midwest.
All
So
right.
you must have come up as one. So
Yes, sir.
that's fantastic. Welcome, Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Thank you.
That's fantastic. And Michael Lee, how are you? Are you able to unmute? If you're able to unmute, we'd love to hear from you and find out where you're from. That's all right. If you get a chance to unmute, you can. We'd love to hear from you. And Stephen Drake, normally on Earth, looks like he's in outer space today. How you doing, sir? You're muted. Sorry, buddy.
Outer space as always.
Fantastic. Did you spend any time in our favorite town today or this weekend?
I did not. I'll probably be there Friday.
Okay.
Collecting the tenant's portion of the August rent.
Okay.
Only going to be 15 days late.
Only going to be 15 days late. Well, hopefully you got some nice little late fees in there.
My goal is to get her out, so we'll see.
Right. True. That's awesome. And I know your handle there says you're from St. Louis in Arizona. Can you explain to everybody what that means?
Well, I do deals in Arizona. I live in St. Louis.
Well, there you go, man. That solved it.
I could add Texas on there too, but I haven't done one in about a year in Texas.
Is that right?
Yeah, with
Okay.
Myron Briley.
Oh, right. Yeah, I know Myron.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And,
Now, what kind of deals are you doing in Texas?
just basic wholesale.
Yeah.
Just find some leads and call up, and then the one I worked with him on, he gave me a list of numbers. This was a while back, and then I kept calling, and then I got one woman that was interested. It was an agent,
Okay.
and then there was a woman, I forget her name now. Gosh, she was really good. She was working kind of like as a closer for Myron,
Okay.
and she closed the deal, and all the things that had to be done, and the deal closed, and we all got a wire.
That's awesome. You love it when that happens.
Yeah, it was. I just got a small percentage, but hey, it's better than zero.
That is true. That is true. Just for finding a deal or working with people that knew buyers, huh?
Yeah, and Arizona is just on the apartment complex.
Got an apartment complex in Arizona.
Yeah,
That's
So-
great. You're a partial owner of that too, right?
yeah, nothing
right.
big, just small guy, but
Hey,
looks good on the resume.
I mean, it's your ownership, right? You're in ownership, so that's great. Welcome, Stephen. As always, I see Kyle Gilbertson out there. What's going on, Kyle? How are you doing?
Doing all right. Just
Great. Welcome back.
figure
Tell
I'd be able to jump in here while I got a chance.
Yeah, appreciate that. Tell everybody what you do real quick and where you're at.
I'm in St. Louis, fixing just rentals and buy and hold, and that's about it. So yeah,
That's awesome. Nothing wrong with that.
yeah.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
Only got one vacancy right now, and that's what we're working on. So
That's a good thing. That's a very good thing, right?
and I say that's all that's really going on right now. So just getting all my ducks in a row, and yeah, we'll see how it all goes. Dwayne said it's the same house me and Dwayne looked at.
Is that right?
Yeah,
You and Dwayne?
Dwayne took a look at it. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. That's a great segue. See Dwayne up here. Dwayne, why don't you introduce yourself to everybody? Tell you where you're calling from. Caller, you're on the air. No.
I'm calling from my home.
And what do you do? And where is your home?
St. Charles, Missouri, technically, but I went over and looked at his house and I thought he bought a good house for a reasonable price.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's high praise there, Kyle.
It's in I said we're putting it together, and I got a good deal on the kitchen, and I got appliances in there, flooring and windows and stuff. Got all the materials there. Now we just got to put the pieces together. So
That's awesome, man.
yeah, so,
That's half the fun, right? Putting all the pieces back together.
yeah. I mean, it's payment on it's probably around $400 a month. Should be able to get a good, $1,500 a month when we rent it out when we're done with it. So
That's a couple. That's
kind of the game plan. That's how I usually like to do them. So
doing the math. That's a couple $100, right?
yeah. Well, yeah, for you Burr investors out there, if that's what you like to do. But that's
Oh, that's fantastic, and that's fantastic. That's great cash flow.
Yeah, and I said I like finding those kind of deals in neighborhoods I already own properties in, and it may take a little bit extra work to get across the finish line, but we'll get it done. But there has been a lot of turnkey stuff that's came across my desk recently.
Really?
Yeah, and actually for cheaper price points than what I've bought recently. So it's kind of interesting. So that's kind of where the market is. And, when people send them to me, I'm like, yeah, it's almost too good to be true.
Right.
But, if I like to eat what's on my plate first before I get into something else. And, we'll see if those deals are still out there when I'm done. But, they're tough to pass up when they have, 20 pictures of the house and, everything looks like it's completely fresh and clean and ready to go. I'm like, well,
right.
So if the numbers work, they work. But
right.
So we'll see. But yeah, like I say, it's just one day at a time, you know. So
That's exciting, brother. That's very exciting.
We only got 1 week left, and then all the kids are back in school. So
Ooh.
yeah.
Then you got your days again, right?
Yeah. Well, something like that, yeah.
It's fantastic, man. So Dwayne, tell us, what do you do? You're in St. Charles, Missouri, which is in the St. Louis.
I go and visit people like Kyle when he didn't know I was coming.
Yeah.
Yes, and as I recall, right, Kyle does a lot of his own work too.
Yeah.
And so that's a neat thing to have behind him, because as he grows, then that'll really pay off in good ways. So I think that's great. And we're going to have to meet again, because we only met once, but I'd like to meet him again. I think he's a good guy to hang with.
Yeah. Cal's all right. No. Kyle's a good dude.
Yeah.
Kyle's a good dude. How long have we known each other now, Kyle? It's been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, I say, I mean, since you've been doing the meetups in Hooters.
Yeah.
I went to a few of those, you know, a while back, but
right.
Yeah, I said I've been doing this full time for, I don't know, half a dozen years now. So
right. Man, that's great. Time flies.
Yeah, it's amazing. And I say, you look back at some of these houses, I'm like, yeah, I remember when I did that, and you know, and right. that type of stuff. And you know, I say, I mean, some of my tenants over on the Illinois side of the river, I still got the same one from my very first property I bought over there. So
really,
yeah. And I was just talking to her; she's still hanging in there, you know. And you know, now the neighbor next door to it, she switched out. You know, we had to put a new tenant in there, but you know, that's not bad for, you know, half a dozen years. So.
No, it's not at all. I'll take those all day long.
Kyle, what happened with your notched piece of wood? Was that an issue at all?
I haven't got that far yet. I said I'm dealing with everything else right now.
How about the sewer?
Sewer's fine. Yeah, haven't had any issues with that. So yeah, good that type of stuff. But yeah, I said it's actually the house caddy corner from me. A wholesaler sent it to me because the tenants moved out, and because I got a weird call from California or something. They said, "Hey, you want to buy this house across the street?" And I went, "Well, I already have a deal on my plate, so
yeah, right."
You know, and that's what it is. It's when it rains, it pours. So
yeah.
You know, how many balls can you juggle at the same time? You know, and
sure.
It's just a matter of if it's a good deal. Now, if they're all turnkey, it's pretty simple. But
yeah,
you know, if they are needing months worth of work and your, you know, energy, that's a different thing. So
true. Well, welcome. Glad you're here, Dwayne. What else do you do besides visiting guys like Kyle?
I'm in the process of getting hooked back up to buying houses.
Yeah,
and I want to focus on 1 and 2 bedrooms, because I found a place called Bridge Bread, and I think I want to support what that company's doing. So
yeah, what do they do?
I've bought from them.
Who has?
Ridge Bread, the guys that make the bread.
Yeah,
I've had it delivered before.
Oh, well.
Sorry to interrupt, but I thought they do it. That's a good
That's
deal.
okay. They have a whole program, and I call it's the forgotten few, because they've worked out that they're not interested in directly supporting veterans, the fire people that are hurt, the police, because they all have support groups. But there's a group of people out there who are down, out, have never had anybody to believe in them, or at least give them a chance. And that's who they focus on. Now, they said that doesn't mean we won't hire all of those people, but we're not focused on them. And I thought, well, that's good, because that takes care of the homeless. And I asked a real stupid question. I said, so before they knew I was in real estate, I said, so you need houses? And they said, yeah. And I said, do they have families? And they looked at me and they said, look, they're street people. They're destitute. And I said, I guess he doesn't have a family. And they'll hire girls or guys. They don't care what they hire. And they have a program that's put out, and they would like to share that with other people, because if other companies do it, you know, actually I see a good hand up for an awful lot of people on society. I mean, I say an awful lot, but it's anybody that's on the street and that destitute. I think that's a wonderful thing to do, and it makes you feel really, really good to do it. So,
Right.
so I'm getting in the position to I'm ready to start buying and see what I can do.
Well, that's fantastic. Sounds like a really great company.
I thought so. It wasn't the one I went looking for, because I went looking for a bread company that I was told was on Cherokee Street that actually focused on people fresh out of prison. And I
Oh,
thought,
really?
well, that would be commendable. But then I walked into the wrong bread company, and the lady was she was really mellow, if you will, very humble, and
Okay.
let me in. And I'm going, and she talked pretty good. Later to find out, she's one of the founding people of the company.
Oh, wow.
So I like that, is not holier than thou, and
Right.
and here to help people.
Right. Oh, that's great.
I mean, truly help them. So
Right.
we'll see.
It's fantastic. Now we got a newbie here, or not newbie, but a new person joining us here. Brittany Burdett is in the house. How you doing, Brittany? Tell everybody what you do and where you're calling from, or where you're joining us from, if you can unmute, or if you're able to. If not, not a big deal.
Can you hear me?
There you are. We sure can.
Oh, sorry, I'm out in Cahokia. I own a construction company here, local in St. Louis, and then also I want to get into investing properties.
Fantastic. What are you looking for?
Probably about like 100,000 all in
Yeah.
to flip, partial flip,
Okay. Any
fast
bedrooms or
turnaround.
bathrooms?
I mean, we can always change that. So, I mean, preferably at least a 2 or 3 1, with room to add.
Yeah. Okay. That's fantastic. So if anybody knows of a property, get a hold of Brittany. She's looking to buy in St. Louis. Are there any areas you're partial to or that you don't want to buy in?
No, if the profit margins are there, I'm cool with it.
Okay. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm open.
That's fantastic. That's good to hear. Heck yeah. Now, Michael, I think just he annotated out there that he can't unmute, which is perfectly fine. You can drop any information in the chat. Michael, what I would like you to do, if you don't mind, is go ahead and use the chat. If you can do that, use the chat to drop your, and this is open to everybody, not just Michael, but everybody that's on the call. If you'd like to share your information, drop your best contact number and email address. Obviously, put your name in there as well so that people can reach out to you and talk to you and further network after we're finished for the night. But we're still a little ways to go from there. But yeah, Michael, especially just because you can't unmute, if you would do that, that'd be fantastic. Or if you can even drop in the chat where you're investing, where you're at, what you're due in the chat, that'd be fantastic. And then Coletta, oh, was that Michael? Or here, I see another drawing there. Sorry. Oh, okay, cool. He's in Dallas. You're in Dallas. You can't unmute, but you're in Dallas. Awesome, Michael. And let me ask you this: where did you hear about us? I love to hear, because we're local to St. Louis. A lot of the folks come on here in St. Louis. I'm a real estate investor in the St. Louis market. I host a couple real estate meetups, so people kind of know my name or know who I am from there. But I've been trying to get the word out across the country. Hey, join us. It doesn't matter where you're at. You can get on a Zoom from anywhere, right? So I'm excited to see people on here. So email, fantastic. Email, awesome. Well, thanks for joining us. I'm glad that reached you. I did the same thing I did with Coletta. I was looking for real estate investors in Texas. Specifically, I was looking at Dallas, and I emailed a few folks that had posted something in Facebook recently, and got their email address and emailed them. So appreciate you sharing that. If you want to draw, if you don't, you can draw your phone number out there. Oh, you do? Okay. And then what you do? Yeah, you do fix and flips. Fantastic. This is pretty cool. I love this drawing annotation stuff. Fix and flips. That's fantastic. And if you want to share it, if you want to share your email address or your phone number there also in your drawing, annotation, that would be fantastic too. But if not, that's perfectly fine too. But we'd love. I know we got people like Stephen Drake does stuff in Dallas too, right? In Texas too, right, Stephen?
That Dallas area, Dallas Fort Worth.
Yeah. So see, there's a natural connection right there. You two need to make. So make sure you, Stephen. Oh, you got your phone number in your name. Go ahead and drop it in the text in the chat too, Stephen. Just because, depending on if somebody's on a mobile, they may not be able to see that. So there you go. All right. And then I know we welcomed Coletta as she came in. Coletta, if you're able to unmute yourself, I know you're in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Tell us what you do. Heck, even how long you've been doing it, all that whole stuff. Let us know about you.
Okay, so I formerly worked at AAA for like 6 years. I retired a month ago. Okay, so I know wholesaling is what I want to get into. So when I seen what you had posted, I was like, let me get in and join on just so I can get a little more understanding. It's like there's a lot of people in here that have a lot of experience. So
yeah. Well, welcome, Coletta. So you're just now getting in.
Yes.
That's fantastic. That's exciting. Welcome and good for you to take action, to join a Zoom like this. So a lot of people that get those emails. I send that email. I think my list it's over 2,000 people I send out the email.
Wow.
To. Okay. So you can see there are 9 people on this call. So everybody on this call are people that take action. There are 1,991 at the minimum that didn't take action. Right?
Okay. Yes. Sir.
So good for you. You took action. You joined us today. You didn't just decide you wanted to join, get into real estate. You took action to at least join a Zoom, see what this is all about, see if there's anybody out there I can learn something from, right?
Exactly.
Good for you. That's amazing. So wholesaling out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, are you wanting to, and this is a key thing, right? When you're trying to decide if you're wholesaling, you have to decide, are you doing it locally? Are you going to do it virtually across the country? Are there specific places? I have a mentor who fix and flips in her hometown in southeastern Pennsylvania, but she does wholesaling in Delaware and Massachusetts, and I think Florida now as well. So, and probably a couple of, I don't want to say like Georgia or somewhere, but
Gotcha.
So where are you wanting to, or have you gone that far to figure out what market you want to focus on to do your
Yes, I have. I know I want to do virtual. I know Texas is one, Arizona 2,
Nevada.
And the Carolinas.
Okay. Now, one thing I'll say is be careful with South Carolina.
Okay.
South Carolina's got some wholesale laws out there, so brush up on those.
Gotcha.
Just to make sure, because I'm not for sure. I have to brush on them myself, but I think South Carolina made it completely illegal to wholesale.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So just be careful with that.
Is the case you have to have your license to do that, or
it might? Yeah, I think
I read something.
Yeah. I am in the Illinois side as well as the Missouri side of the St. Louis area, and Illinois has made it virtually illegal unless you're a real estate agent. You have your license or brokerage, but if you can do one wholesale transaction per 12-month cycle. So it's not a calendar 12 months. If I did one today, August 10th, I couldn't do another one until next year, August 10th.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So that's how that goes. We could talk offline about other things with that, but anyway, but just be careful about that, Coletta, with those states that you're going to do it. Just make sure you brush up on the rules and the regulations and the laws for those those places, and even specific municipalities. Like Pennsylvania isn't illegal to wholesale yet, as far as I know.
Okay.
I haven't checked the law today or looked, and I'm not a lawyer, so don't take my advice as law advice, but legal advice. But however, Philadelphia itself has. So you may think I'm going to do Pennsylvania, and you get some in Pittsburgh, and you get some in Wilkes-Barre or whatever, and you're fine. But you get one in Philadelphia, and you might be breaking the law. So
that's
just be careful.
No. And I'm originally from Pittsburgh, PA.
Are you really?
Yeah, I've been here for about a year and a half.
So you know Fayette County?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my mentor is down in Fayette County.
Okay.
Yeah, she's amazing.
All right.
She used to be a coach with Fortune Builders.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But so welcome. That's awesome. Yeah, you got something to add there, Dwayne?
I got a question is in Illinois, I know you're due only one a year or the physical years you discussed,
Right.
but can your wife do one also separately because she's not in your LLC?
Yeah, I mean, so it's my understanding, and again, this is just how it was explained to me by an attorney. I'm not an attorney, is that each entity can do one. So I could do one in my personal name if I wanted to. I don't recommend doing that, but I could do one in my personal name and the LLC name. And as long as I haven't pierced the corporate veil, they're two separate entities completely. So as far as I understand, you can. And then my wife could do one, and my sons could do one, and whoever else, But
So you can
that's how it
make
was
10
explained.
LLCs.
What's that?
You could make 10 LLCs.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. And that's originally, when Illinois came out with their law, which several years ago, I thought about that. I was like, what, all that's going to do, and especially now that they've actually lowered the price of creating LLCs, I thought, well, I'll just go out and create 10 LLCs at a time. And every time I, get a property under contract, I'll put it under LLC one. And then I'm not going to wholesale the property. I'll just sell LLC one, which has the rights to 123 Main Street.
Yep.
Right. So that's one way to get around that kind of thing. You're right. That's 100% right. But I would talk to local attorneys to find out, make sure that's not touching on gray area or something. But yeah, you're right. That's an LLCs are federal. Yeah. What you got there, Steven? What you got, buddy?
Well, I sold one house in Illinois that I owned for 2 years, and I got the other one I'm going to be selling. I've owned it for 3 years, but I sold the house A this year.
Mm-hmm.
I wait to sell the second one because I've held it like 3 years. I thought it was.
That's not wholesaling.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's for sale by owner. Yeah, as long as you own it, you can sell whatever you want. I mean,
they were both in the same LLC, but
yeah, I mean that don't matter. I think they're talking about wholesaling because what happened was for the Illinois law specifically, and I'm not confident.
But if you
I'm
start
sure.
10 LLCs, aren't you going to have to file 10 tax returns every year?
Sure, yeah.
So your accountant's the only one that's going to be happy.
Exactly. No, you're right. And I got beyond that. I did other things instead, but like double closing and things like that is perfectly legal as far as I understand. Again, how it was explained to me, not an attorney, but yeah, I mean, what happened for the Illinois law, and I'm sure other states and municipalities have kind of used that as the basis for their laws. Not saying that it's exactly like Illinois, but they were the first to do it. Is that the law, by the way, was written by the Realtor Association or whatever it's called. The realtors wrote the law, which is awesome. Thanks. Appreciate that, Governor Pritzker, for signing that crap that our own legislature didn't write. But anyway, where all it did was it redefined the word wholesaling. It completely redefined the word. It's not what every other municipality or state recognizes, or even Webster's dictionary defines wholesaling as. Illinois knows better. They should, come up with a definition of a word themselves because they're all powerful, all knowing. But yeah, so they basically, the Realtor Association or whatever, rewrote the law to redefine the word wholesaling so that it essentially means you are brokering a deal.
Yeah.
Even though you're a principal.
I've never found a wholesaler that's actually based in Illinois. I mean, most of my properties over in Alton have all came from somebody out of state.
Oh yeah.
I mean, unless they were on the MLS or something.
Sure.
But I've never had to deal with a wholesaler that was just local. It's always been somebody from Kentucky or West Virginia or something like that, and that knows nothing about the area, never seen the property, has complete pie in the sky. It's just like, okay, well, take it with a grain of salt. And most of the people that were showing me the property were the actual owners of the property. Right? So when the property was shown to me, they were completely clueless in the process. I don't know who they talked to or what was going on. And I would never understood, because when it got to the closing table, you would see how bad these people were getting ripped off. Like, why didn't you just sell this for sale by owner? Yeah. And it would have made a whole lot more sense.
Yeah.
So, and I always would look at the property like I was a quote unquote contractor.
Right.
And I go, if that's how they want to play the game, that's fine, as long as it works out to me.
Right.
But I think these people could have just, did for sale by owner and went to a title company and saved themselves $10,000.
Right.
That's just me.
Yeah, and it is us, right? Yeah, I get 100% what you're saying, but we're in the business, right? We know what's going on. Mom and pop, Joe Schmo, whatever, Jane Schmo, whatever, doesn't quite get it. So they're like, look, and I don't know. I mean, were the owners? Did they inherit the property, or was it just
no? They're long time owners.
Yeah,
just decided we buy ugly houses, or somebody like that got to them, and
right.
I went over there and checked out the house, and yeah, it's a good deal. Let's do it.
Right.
And close at some nondescript title company, and
Right.
I think a Westport or something like that. Who knows? I bet the office isn't even there anymore. And
Probably
it's
not.
just like, okay, whatever. But that's how my first few properties went down over there. So
Okay.
times have changed, but
Yeah.
But
still, it's crazy, and they, you're right. They don't know. They may not even know it's illegal to do
there's an
more.
outfit Kentucky, Abelman Group. They send
Okay.
me stuff all the time, and they're used car salesmen. They
yeah.
are 3 time zones away from us, and have no idea what the property really is about. So take it with a grain of salt.
Right.
It's,
Yeah, it's like and any market has it, I'm sure, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if there are virtual wholesalers in a market, it's like, look, if in Coletta, I'm going to talk, I'm talking to you on this one. Again, advice, whether you want it or not, is that if you decide to go to those markets you're talking about and wholesale in those markets, get to know them like the back of your hand. Get to know them street by street. Only because, like here in St. Louis, you'll get somebody from Detroit. Whatever. I'm just throwing out you'll get somebody from Detroit that gets a property under contract on Potomac Street in St. Louis. Has no idea. They may have just seen it on Google Streets or whatever. They have no idea about any of the information. Is that street good, bad, whatever? But they'll use, and people in St. Louis are going to understand this. And I'm sure there's parts of Tulsa that are, let's just say, sketch or rough, and then parts of Tulsa that are very nice, right? And there might be some of those that are pretty close together, maybe even within a mile, maybe within a half mile of each other. Well, folks in St. Louis, they know that it's not that far from certain parts of the city from Clayton, and they'll use comps in Clayton as for their comps to sell a house in St. Louis in South City or North City or wherever. Okay. And it's just ridiculous. So they'll be, this house is worth $450,000 because look, these 3 houses in Clayton, which is a super nice area, Coletta, just in case you want to know where I'm going for with this.
Okay.
Yeah, and then they don't realize that no, that whole street may not be worth $450,000.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So that's all my advice to you is, and I got nothing against virtual wholesalers as long as they know the market. Like I know one, and I'm sure Kyle gets those text messages and emails from Leah and her team.
Yeah, I probably have anywhere from 5 different outfits that send me emails and text messages every day.
Yeah.
So like maybe 1 out of 10 is a legit deal. That I would like to get involved in.
Yeah.
And the thing is you're going up against now other properties that are on the MLS that they have to have truth in advertising. They have to disclose stuff versus a wholesale, which is a complete roll of the dice that people really need to know what they're looking at. And more often than not, it's not worth my time or gas money to even go look at them.
Right.
And you go over there like, wow, you left out 3 or 4 pictures that would have really told a different story on this house.
Yeah.
And, that's what I said. There's stuff on the MLS. It might be priced higher, but that doesn't mean you have to pay that. You can you can offer whatever you want on the MLS. And if it's been sitting for 60, 90 days, whatever, you'll probably have a shot at it,
Right.
So, that's just my take on it. Like I said, I've bought wholesale deals where I couldn't wait to get the check to I was driving. I keep a checkbook on me. So that's why I'm like, where is the title company? I'm driving there right now to give you my money. I don't want anybody else looking at this thing. So, but like I said, doesn't happen all the time. Or another wholesaler says, I have this great deal. The other people couldn't get financing.
Right.
That's what the last one I did in Overland. That's what happened. They didn't get financing. And then I forgot who it was, Hasso or somebody. He called me up and was like, hey, are you still interested? Absolutely. Let's do it. So
right.
Because a $50,000 house in Overland hasn't happened in 4 or 5 years. So
sure.
Sure. So
you're right. Great question. So can you all see my screen? And I apologize. I don't know what you can and can't see. I don't know if my full screen is showing. I probably should throw it up on the G2Free YouTube and take a look at it and see what's showing. Oh, okay, so we do see all the.
Yes, I'm able to see it.
Okay, it's well, let me go back to my blue screen here or green screen and clear my. I apologize, folks. I didn't know I had the annotations on. This is so cool though, and I'm glad I did because that way, we were able. Okay, is that cleared? Okay. So, we do have the conference coming up in October. Coletta, if you're interested, we'd love to have you. We've got a real estate investor conference right here in St. Louis. We have early bird pricing through the 15th, and today is the 10th. So we got 5 more days of early bird pricing. If you wanted to stay at the hotel, it's at the Hollywood Casino and Hotel in outskirts of St. Louis, and there is a hotel code. Give me 1 second, folks, and I will let you know what that hotel code is. I know because somebody just asked me the hotel code. So let me get that for you. Give me 1 second here. Okay, are you all ready? I'm going to drop it in the chat. I don't know why they use this code. Probably because the event is in my business name, my company name, Metro STL Homes. So here is. I'll just drop it in the chat. This is the coupon code. The hotel code to get your discount pricing on the hotel rooms if you wanted to stay at the casino/hotel. That is in the chat box is the discount code for the hotel.
I told you. Okay, I'm not going to stay quiet any longer. If you've seen viral videos, promises everywhere.
Hey, Rich. Hey, Rich.
Yes.
Well, I already got my ticket to the conference, but are you recording it at all and sending that out, or
right? The conference itself.
Right.
Right now, that's not the plan. We're trying to work out some details that we will record, but right now it's not the plan. If we do, it'll be kind of like a hey surprise. You'll get the recordings.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, no, not a problem at all. Not a problem at all. And going forward, I think I am going to make that a priority for future conferences to record and make it like a thing where like VIPs get a copy of the recording. But if we do it this year, it would be everybody, only because we didn't announce it one way or the other. Yeah.
No, great. I got an open question for you, Rich.
Sure, Dwayne.
There's a minute ago we were talking about disclosure and wholesalers don't have that issue. Has anybody actually talked to an attorney? Because my understanding, we have the state law in Missouri that says you have to disclose anything you would have, should, or could have known. And if you don't, and they've never said that you can get around that by saying it's as is, so tough for you.
Right. I know in Illinois at the title company, if you close the title company, they have you sign a disclosure form.
Yep.
Have you found that to be true for you, Kyle, as well? Like you have the seller's disclosure form. So even if you're wholesaling, the seller's the one who show up for the closing. They sign a disclosure form.
I think Kyle left us.
Oh, he must have. Maybe
Just
it's just
when
my
you
title
need him.
company.
Just when you need him.
Right. True.
I mean, I've been led to believe that that the wise person discloses anything there is.
Well, sure. Yeah, and that's how I do business as well. When I'm selling properties, whether it's wholesaling or just another fix or flip or rental flip or whatever. Yeah.
Kyle's back. Ask him.
Kyle, when you close on your Illinois properties, your sellers sign a disclosure form, right? Oh, he's muted. Well, that was your camera.
Ask about
Yeah,
Missouri.
when I bought it,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how they worked it out with the wholesaler.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I signed, it was as is, take it or leave it.
Yes, that's not my question, Kyle.
But they have to list it. I mean, that disclosure form that I said, I think it's leading. I think it says something along the lines of the seller doesn't know of any issues, blah, 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 blah. And then there's probably like lines underneath it. If I'm just trying to remember where they could say no, except for these. But it's usually like, oh, you don't know of any issues with the house, do you? And they sign no.
Right.
So how about in Missouri, Kyle? Get the same thing?
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think of 7-minute deals. It's pretty much take it or leave it. You could point out stuff. I mean, they're not going to negotiate that much on the price. It's already discounted tremendously. So if you find something or see something, I mean, you could try to, get inspections and all that type of stuff and beat them down on price, but I don't know how successful that is in a wholesale situation.
Yeah, that's not my question. Is I know of one case that a couple bought a house and they said the basement was dry, and it turned out that it wasn't. And with the first rain, they flooded, and they took them to court and won.
Yeah,
and
I'm sure.
As is in there.
For a wholesaler?
I don't know if this was I don't know that much about it. I just know that what I've been led to believe
with the realtor and brokers and stuff, you might have a little bit more of a recourse on something like that, but I don't know.
I'm not an attorney.
Yeah,
I'm gonna keep saying that.
Like if somebody comes back, 3 months later and says that this basement's no good on a wholesale deal, I don't know. Once that check clears, you probably are never going to hear from them again.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I would check with an attorney.
Nobody's asking an attorney then, so that's what I'm hearing. Nobody.
Yeah, I would just check with an attorney.
Well, you could put as is, where is.
Yeah.
I mean,
I do a couple of slow flips. I don't know if anybody's familiar with those. And it says as is in the contract probably about 10 different times. And, it is what it is. That's the whole point of me doing an owner finance deal, is so that I don't have to rehab it. I don't have to, deal with inspectors and all that stuff.
And that's the thing too, right? Is that, I mean, I think that ultimately it's like but again, I would say talk to an attorney. But I mean, the point is, if you know something is wrong and you say, no, nothing's wrong, that's a completely different thing. Mm-hmm. If you say, I don't know that the basement leaks, and you truly mean that, it just happens to leak.
Right.
Because the gutters got clogged, right? And now it leaks in the basement. That's a completely different thing.
Sure. Absolutely.
But again, I would refer you to talk to an attorney, but.
So we're all dancing tonight, right?
No, I mean, I don't want to give legal advice. I don't know.
Yeah. That's okay.
I don't. Yeah. I don't. Yeah. Nick from St. Louis is in the house. Nick, how are you, sir? Oh, if you can unmute. We've already had some folks that couldn't. Oh, there he is. He's unmuted.
I'm doing very well, thank you.
Wait a minute. Is that an oil rig?
No, that's a windmill.
That's what I thought, but I didn't know if maybe the windmill was driving the drill.
That's the tallest thing out in Kansas.
Is that right? The tallest thing in Kansas.
When you drive across Kansas, that's the tallest thing as you can see. There's no trees.
That is amazing. That's amazing. We've got Coletta Williams on the call from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Nick.
Okay.
So she probably feels that, don't you, Coletta?
Yes, I do.
Isn't Kansas to your north?
Yes.
Yeah.
See?
Mm-hmm.
See? The school system isn't all that bad, or wasn't. I'm a little aged. But anyway, well, what do you do, Nick? Tell everybody what you do. And obviously we know you're in St. Louis.
I'm in St. Louis and I wholesale properties.
Fantastic.
If I'm not traveling.
Right. True. Nick is an avid traveler. Matter of fact, wait, when do you leave?
I've been busy packing and getting things going because I leave Tuesday morning early.
Wow, you're just going to Kansas City, right?
I'm going to the Serengeti Plains.
That's amazing. Serengeti. He's gonna post on Instagram that he shot a lion.
With my camera.
A rhino.
I'll be shooting with my camera.
Yeah, exactly. Shoot with your camera. So. That's right. That's fantastic. Well, welcome. Glad you could join us. I was worried there for a minute. I was like, wait, come on now. Nick always joins us.
Yeah, just kind of got away from me getting my things put together. And
yeah, you got an excuse. You got an excuse. You're packing. We'll let you slide.
I didn't know if he'd still be on. I said, I'd just get on, just find out.
That's right. That's right. We're here. We're here. You know, we got a hard cutoff at 8 o'clock, but we're here till then. But hey, I didn't mean to skip by John. John joined earlier. He said hi. He's on, whatever. John, I didn't let you introduce yourself and tell everybody what you do and where you're out of. I apologize.
Oh, no problem. John Collins, out of St. Louis. Primarily invest in the North County areas, single families. I'm just looking for properties right now.
Looking for more rentals?
Right.
Yeah. John's a cash flow guy too, right?
Yeah.
Heck yeah. That's awesome. Is there anything specific you're looking for?
No, not really. 2 or 3 bedroom. Primarily like the Florissant area. But, you know, I look at also Ferguson, Blackjack, Bell Fountain Neighbors, you know, areas like that.
Sure.
But no, nothing specific. I do try to stay probably below 150 all in.
Okay.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. And now what is like, let's say you're 150 all in for a 3-bedroom. What is that going to rent for?
Just depending on where it is over there. I mean, it could be anywhere from 1,300 up to about 16, you know. Okay. That's great. But typically, if it's closer to 150, I prefer it probably be a flip and more of a rental.
Okay.
I prefer something a little less if it's going to be a rental.
Sure. I completely understand that. Trust me, I do. So we've got, let's see, how many do we have here? I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 other than me. So 8 with me here on the call. What kind of questions y'all have? Not that I'm the expert, but what kind of questions you have, or let me skip questions for now. Does anybody have any big wins that they want to share over the last couple of weeks? Like, did you do anything exciting? And big win means anything that could be like Coletta, you joined a Zoom. That's a big win. Anything I call a big win. If it's a win in the positive direction for you and your business, that's a big win. Anybody?
I got the remainder of my kitchen cabinets delivered where I'm going to put them into the rental.
Is that right? You've been waiting on that for a little while, haven't you?
Yes. It was supposed to be July, then it came this week.
Wow, that's good.
Yep.
That's a positive thing. Absolutely. Thanks for sharing that. That's exciting.
Yeah, I'm excited. Get them in and spruce up that kitchen and put it out on the market.
Right. What are you doing with your existing cabinets?
They're crap.
Yeah. I'm not disagreeing with you. I've seen the house.
The contractor will dispose of them.
Oh, good. Good deal. Good
Yeah.
deal. Awesome. Does anybody else have a win over the last couple of weeks or month or whatever, especially if it's your first time on?
None of my tenants bothered me while I was on vacation.
Holy cow, that is a huge win. That's all. How long were you out?
Florida for like 6 days. So
that's amazing.
I don't tell anybody I left. That usually solves the majority of my problems.
Yeah.
Murphy's Law. If you start telling people you're gone, they'll start calling you.
Yeah, and and that's especially exciting because you were gone in the middle of the summer?
Yeah, end of summer. Yeah.
So no ACs went out, no.
No, and that's yeah. You better make sure you treat all your AC people really good because when you need them, you'll need them. But yeah, that's a big win for when you're managing them all yourself. That's a big thing. So.
It is. It really is. And good for you. That's awesome, Kyle. Anybody else have a win? No.
How about you, Rich?
I mean, I got tenants moved into the property that I highlighted on my social media. How much did this house cost me video or whatever? They just moved in last weekend, and they paid on time for their first month's rent. Or no, because they moved in before the first, I gave them like a prorated amount to pay to move in, and then the first month that they had the full amount due, they paid on time. So can't be mad about that. So that's good. And we've got a great crew working on a rehab right now. They've got they got in there, did some wall repair already, put up all the drywall in the places that need a new drywall, and they've got almost the entire thing painted. So exciting about that. They were in there hustling all weekend. So super excited about that. Super excited. Yeah, that one's moving along pretty good. So anybody else have any wins? Brittany's out there being quiet. I know you're rocking and rolling with your business, Brittany. What kind of wins you got? I called her out. See how that happened?
I'm sorry, I'm painting, Rich.
Oh, you're painting. Oh my gosh, I thought they were gone by now. I thought my painting crew was gone.
No, I'm working. Other guys went home. I'm still here.
Dang. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. So
sometimes it's some therapy. No, so I mean, business has been actually going great. A lot of garage door services, which oddly I didn't think would be booming, but seems to be that a lot of people need garage door services. We've been building some decks and cellar doors and doing some other storm damage recovery and a bunch of roofs as well.
That's awesome. That's great.
I'd like to ask Brittany a question.
Yeah, go for it, John.
I think she said she was a contractor, and I just was wondering what type of work you do.
As to what, like everything, or what kind of scale of work do I do? Like, do I do high end, low end?
Yeah, anything, whatever you want to say. What part of like rehabs do you do?
So I have plumbers, electricians, HVAC, all of that. I don't care to give it to like an investor or something like that to help them out. It doesn't really bother me. So I typically will give them that, and then we can do all interior work and stuff like that as well.
Okay, thank you.
You might be able to hire for some of your rental rehabs there, John. That's awesome. Anybody else have any big wins? I'm not going to keep pushing it. There's only 8 people here. That's awesome. Coletta, have you had any other wins? I don't mean to call you out like that, but have you had any other, like, what has been, explain to me, if you don't mind me putting you on the spot. If you do, just tell me shut up. But what kind of things have you been doing to prepare yourself to become a wholesaler?
Well, I took a couple training classes. One was actually 4 weeks. Okay. Right now, I'm going into a little bit of the tax yield. So it's
Okay.
basically, yeah, just getting information. Everything is like coming together as far as starting. I did the training for the wholesale. It was wholesale flips and all that. That was about 2 months ago. So I was like, I'm going to further advance just to get a little more information. So the more information I get, the better equipped I am.
Absolutely. Absolutely. If you need any help with anything, please reach out.
Okay.
Perfectly fine.
All right.
And I got no problem. I mean, I love talking real estate, and I
All right.
throw a text in. I can, like everybody else, right? Time's limited, but we can set up a time and talk. That's not a problem at all.
Okay. I'll put my email in here.
Yeah, please
Okay.
do.
All right.
Please do, everybody. Yeah, I know we've only got. I do a hard stop at 8:00 Central.
Oh.
But here's the thing: what I do, what that means is I shut off my camera, I turn off my microphone, I let the Zoom keep going for a little while, so everybody can see, and you could take down anybody's contact information that drops it in the chat. So that's why I ask everybody, if you haven't already, drop your name. If you have a business name, put your business name in there too, your cell phone number, your email address, so people can reach out to you and continue networking. I'm trying to build a community here, and I want people to feel free with connecting with each other and bouncing ideas and sharing with each other. So I'm trying to do. So I've got no problem. I'd love for you guys to connect even after the fact. So feel free to do that. At 8:00, I'll turn everything off, but I'll leave the chat up. I leave the Zoom going so that you guys can get to the chat and share your information and all of that. So take it down or whatever. You can also save the chat. I don't know if anybody knows how to do that, but you can save the chat so that it's in your computer if you're on with your computer as well. But yeah, let me take a couple minutes to plug this conference. I apologize for being so shameless in my plug, but we are hosting a real estate investor conference here in St. Louis, October 11th and 12th, 2-day conference. It's a Saturday and Sunday. We're going to cover a ton of topics. We've got 20 speakers now, I believe, is what we actually have on tap. I need to update my, give me a second here. I need to update my slide that I created for it to showcase it. But, oh, dang, this isn't what I wanted to do. There we go. I'm going to share this with you just to show you the impactful. Well, I thought I was going to. There we go. I think. Oh, that's the wrong. No, that is the right one? Okay, cool. Let me share this with you. All right. So this is one of the little promotional posters that I've got out there. We've got a ton of people with a ton of experience killing it. Our big out of like most of these folks are St. Louis folks, but they're killing it. They're doing amazing things. They're nationally known people like Sam Prim, like Joe McCall, like Jimmy Vreeland, Sean McCloskey, David Randolph. These are all like nationally known guys. Even Mike Kitko, nationally known coaches and mentors. But we also have Justin Colby. That's the guy with the beard that's bald-headed just under the part of the word gateway, the way part. That's Justin Colby out of Miami. He is killing it. He's an amazing guy, an amazing coach. Ashley Perez is on the far left, just next to Lucas, below Kevin Duragi on the far left. She is an amazing person, invests in RV parks and she's a serial entrepreneur. She buys businesses and invests in RV parks. So that's going to be exciting to hear her talk about that as well. We've got some really, really good speakers lined up, and it's just packed with value. I'm just super, super excited to have this group here. Tickets are as low as $149 right now for the next few days. $349 for the VIP ticket that gets you premium seating, the themed VIP speaker breakfast every day, VIP speaker sponsor breakfast, and the VIP speaker sponsor lunch every day, Saturday and Sunday. We also have a themed VIP speaker sponsor AM and PM snack breaks, as well as a happy hour mixer Saturday night, exclusive for VIP speakers and sponsors. The VIPs also get an event t-shirt and some event swag. So get your tickets. Like I said, that's only till the 15th, the current early bird pricing. Then the prices will go up on the 16th. So I would love to have you all join us if you can. If you haven't already gotten your tickets, we'd love to see you there. It's a great event. I'm super excited to be hosting it again. It's our third year doing it. And yeah, we'd love to have you there. So if you have any questions about that, you can always email me, text me, contact me, call me, whatever. And I'd love to have you to do just that. So with that being said, it is 8 o'clock. I am going to turn off the camera, turn off the microphone, but you can always stay out here, do a little more networking, or grab everybody's contact information. I'll talk to you later soon. I'll talk to you soon. In 2 weeks, we have this again. Same link, same everything. Hopefully you all can make it. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Hey, Dwayne, are you going to try to do any tax sales?
No,
It's coming up this month.
you go get them.
I've never really had much luck with them, but yeah, they're out there. So
Yes, but you have to go with a check in hand and
cash in hand and know what you're looking at. So
I understand they hold your check for a while.
yeah.
So you're going to be out that money.
Yeah. So I didn't know if anybody had a lot of experience doing it or had much success. So if there were certain houses, I mean, they're on auction.com too. So I don't know. We'll see.
Have you heard the name Dale Sweet?
Not off the top of my head, no.
Well, he's a real good source if you want to clear a title or have those type of problems.
Okay.
And my experience with him was I was with a group of 4 or 5 people, and we looked at this one house and we thought, well, it wasn't that bad, you know, a hole in the roof, but nothing that really bad. But it had over $200,000 worth of liens against it.
Yeah.
And so everybody said, nope, it's dead. And I said, can I do this on my own? And they said, sure, if you think you can do that. So I took the list of all the liens that we knew about, and I walked into Dale's office because I've got to know him. And I said, here's the list. Yeah. Can you fix this? And he looks it over and he goes, He says, leave me a check for $1,000. I'll take care of it.
Nice.
So he knows.
Now, when they took taking care of it, did he just negotiate the bills down, or
no? He wipes them out.
Made them go away completely. Wow.
Yes, he knows how to do that, and that's his real forte.
Okay.
And on YouTube, he's got 2 different videos that you can watch. Yeah. One of them's for the city, and one's for the county because they're different.
Okay.
So
yeah, that would be something. I know the last couple of years, you know, that they sell out. They've every single property on their list is purchased, and I don't know if it's that way anymore. But you know, if you know of a house that's, you know, it's on auction.com and it's getting ready to get auctioned off, or, you know, it's been sitting in foreclosure for a long time or something like that. Sometimes the taxes are way behind too. So. Yeah.
Well, we need to get together, and I'm finally getting to the point where I'm going to have some time because I've been really against the wall ever since I got back from my class, and I'd like to share with you what I learned on that because I think you find that fascinating.
Sure. Yeah, I said I'm just, you know, every day is something different, but yeah, I got plenty of time. Yeah, I said I'm just trying to figure out this house and spend my time as much as I can getting it all put together. So actually get to use some of my kids' labor since they're off school right now. So
That's only for another week or two, isn't it?
yeah. So I only get a couple of days worth of work out of them. We'll see. So, but they're excited. So
Yes.
yeah, put a paintbrush in their hand and let them go at it. So
yes.
and
I was thinking about your notching. I'm pretty comfortable stress-wise if you put a board on one side and possibly two sides with the same notch cut out, it'll give you sufficient strength that you won't have to worry about that.
Yeah. I really don't want to lose those garage doors in the basement. I think that would be kind of a shame. But I guess push comes to shove, I could always just, wall them off and get rid of them.
I don't think you have to. I think stress-wise, because you would be doubling all of the good wood and you go 3 foot each side of where it is, then you're good to go and bolt them on there.
Sure.